This is Michael Williams, and once again I'm here with one of my great clients, and his name is Hung. And I wanted to take just a couple of minutes to ask Hung. Actually, it'll be one question in this session, and then we'll have two additional sessions where Hung and I will be talking about his journey through this process. So how are you doing today, Hung?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good, good. Thank you, man. And thank you for agreeing to do this. Not everyone is willing to do this, but these follow-up feedbacks, video testimonials, whatever you want to call them, are extremely helpful to thousands of people. So, and I mean that sincerely. You don't know how many people have told me, well, I watched this person or that person. So thank you, thank you, thank you for doing this.
Sure, no problem.
So our first question is around, why did you decide to start this Pro 90D private intensive coaching? What made you start? And just give me a little bit about your background and what you do.
Well, as far as my background goes, I'm a software developer. So pretty much all I do all day is just sit behind my desk and just program away. Yeah, and as far as speaking goes, I've always had trouble speaking since, I guess you could say, since back in college. When I did my first presentation, it was for me. I was very nervous. I was very anxious, and when I would speak, I would speak really, really fast, and I hated that. And I felt like from that I could do more in terms of improving my speech.
Okay, okay. So what what was happening in your career and in your social life that made you like pull the trigger where you were like, okay, that's it, I need to do this now?
In my career, since I realized that eventually I would have to present my program, my software to everybody else, and I just didn't want to feel that way like I did back in college.
Okay.
I wanted to improve that.
Yeah.
And as far as my social life goes, I was pretty much by myself, I guess you could say. Like I couldn't really speak really well because if I did, I felt like I would be talking too fast, and I didn't want that to happen.
Okay. And when you used to talk fast, what did that do for your speech? So when you would get anxious or whatever and you started to talk fast, how would that impact your speech and your communication?
Um, yeah, when I get anxious, when I speak fast, my words would get all choppy and jumbled up. And sometimes I would try to get the words out, and it would end up getting stuck.
Aha. Aha. So give me an example of a social situation where you'd want to say something and either you wouldn't say it or it would just get stuck. Like what's an example?
Like, for example, at work, sometimes I would have to meet vendors to discuss some products. Just getting the word out to like introduce myself, it would just like make me freeze.
Okay, okay. You also shared, yeah, that's a great example. You also shared something about like the gym, restaurants, places like that. What would happen there?
At the gym, it was hard to like talk to anybody to use their equipment.
Yeah.
Or at the restaurant, it was hard to get an order out.
Wow. You wouldn't believe how common that is actually. There are certain places where people have struggled. The gym is one of them,
Yeah.
asking about their ability to use equipment, placing orders, introducing themselves are all very common. So how are those things going for you now?
I mean, after going through your program, now it's greatly improved. I mean, I'm more confident now than before.
Yeah. So now you're pretty much able to, if you want a piece of equipment, you can ask for it and
Right.
placing orders and so forth. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Good. All right. Well, thank you very much, Hung. This is part one of a three-part series for us. So we're going to come back and address a couple of other questions, but thank you very much, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
This is Michael Williams, and we're back in the second part of our series with one of my coaching clients, Hung. Once again, Hung, thank you very, very much for agreeing to do this series. As I mentioned in the last video, these testimonial videos, if you want to call them, are extremely important because people watch them and they're wondering, okay, who's this Michael Williams guy? Can I really trust him? Does this program really work? And I want them to be able to see real people who are getting real results. So thank you very much for agreeing. So in this series, in this part of the series, just wanted to ask you, what made you stick in there with the coaching program? Because I would say most of my coaching clients, before we reach the halfway point, many of them actually want to quit. Like they're wondering, is this worth it? Is this really going to work? And some of them want to quit. They don't, but they want to. And I just wanted to hear from you, what made you persist and persevere?
Okay. I guess with this type of program, I don't expect it to happen right away. I know it's going to take some time. And I guess what made me decide to work on it is pretty much I just didn't want to feel that way of not speaking well anymore. I guess you could say that. I got tired of freezing, blocking for like I don't know 5-6 years already. I just don't want to feel that way anymore. Pretty much.
Okay, good. That's right to the point. Like you just got tired of feeling that way, of not being able to say what you want to say because you were freezing and blocking, and you're just tired of it. And
right.
And more importantly, you said that you knew you weren't going to get immediate results, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like with any type of program, workouts, or whatever, it's gonna take some time. For me, I consider this like going to the gym. It's just like I love going to the gym, and I love doing this type of program.
Yeah, yeah. Why do you think other people quit? I mean, don't you think that people would understand it's like going to the gym and you have to keep working on your body? You're not going to get results overnight. Why do you think other people give up so soon?
It could be the schedule. It could be like they have a lot going on in their minds, in their lifestyles. Just there's so much going on.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. All right. Well, we're gonna actually roll into another question because you mentioned schedule, and this one is very relevant to schedule.
Okay.
Tell us what your daily routine was with this
Okay.
program, because that's critically important.
Okay. Well, in the mornings, I would spend like an hour driving to work. While I'm driving, I would listen to the Getting Started Easier,
Mm-hmm.
along with the Passive Power Rhythm
Mm-hmm.
program. Throughout the day, I would just use the affirmations,
Mm-hmm.
and then at night, I would watch a modules or listen to the immersion tools,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would also just like record myself speaking for practice.
For practicing. Okay. And you would spend about how long during that in the evening?
In the evening, about 15 minutes.
Of the practice?
Yes, of the practice.
Yeah. Okay.
For the module itself, I'll spend about maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Good. Now tell me, how did modeling help you? Because obviously your practice time is practicing presenting one of my videos, which is what we call modeling. How do you think that helped you improve your speech?
Well, with modeling, it helped me a lot because when I use modeling, it helped me forget about myself, and I just learned to think what the other person would say.
Okay. Very good. And then what do you think you did to change your mindset, your beliefs? Because I'm pretty sure before we started, you used to think what before a speaking situation? Like, what did you used to think before you went into a speaking situation?
I mean, before I started speaking, I would automatically just think, okay, I'm gonna do bad, or I would think negatively about myself.
Mm-hmm.
But using the affirmations, using the modeling, that helped me overcome that.
Okay. Okay. So that was able to shift, to change, to replace those kinds of thoughts with either nothing at all, where you wouldn't anticipate getting stuck, or new, more confident thoughts.
Yes.
Yeah. And about how long do you think it took you from the time we started until now to make that shift where you were really no longer anticipating getting stuck?
Well, for that, you have to, keep keep doing that, keep practicing that. It took me about a month to realize that.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's relatively fast.
Yeah, because normally, I mean, there are times, like when I first started, that I would have that negative thought.
Mm-hmm.
But using the affirmations, using the modeling, that pretty much, it just minimized that.
Good, good. Well, Hung, once again, thank you very much. We have one more short question that we're going to do in another video.
Okay.
And so, once again, I really appreciate you taking the time to do this, and we'll see you in the next video.
Okay.
Hello, hello everyone. This is Michael Williams here for our third and final session with Hung. Hung, again, I want to sincerely thank you for taking the time to do these testimonials. Again, a lot of people are not necessarily willing to do it for privacy reasons, and a lot
Yeah.
of people are willing to do it because they don't care about privacy. No, but they really want to extend the reach of this program and help people who might be watching these videos to say, man, you know what, my life can really be different. So thank you once again.
Yeah. Sure.
So what I'm going to ask you in this session is, there are people out there who may be watching this video on YouTube or Facebook or on my mailing list or anywhere, and they are wondering, number one, can they trust me? Right? Is this guy just is he just a smooth talker trying to get my money or something? Two, does this program, does this process really work? So there's lots of processes out there, lots of systems and stuff. Does this really work? And then three, it just may be that they're not sure yet, that they have doubts and fears about moving forward, and what if I try it and this doesn't work? And all those things. So I just wanted to hear from your perspective. What would you tell them now that you're kind of on the other side? Now we know that you still have to do some work, but what would you tell them?
Pretty much that if you've been following like your YouTube videos and you saw any type of any improvement, then like just to go ahead and just go with the program. Because after watching your 21 steps to get starting speaking to getting started speaking easier, sorry about that. I realized that I saw a slight improvement in myself. And after watching so many different success stories, I thought, you know what? Hey, maybe he can help me out as well.
Okay. So you just decided that based on your own improvement from one of my free programs, actually, and from watching the improvement of others, that you said, you know what? Let me just see if this will work for me.
Right. And usually, I'm the type of guy that keeps to myself.
Mm-hmm.
So doing this program, this was a big step for me.
I remember when we first met, you were really kind of shy, quiet
Yeah.
talking, and yeah, I mean, it's a huge difference. We didn't do a before and after because a lot of times people don't want to show the before,
Right.
but it's a huge difference between how you're speaking now and how you're speaking then, and just your whole demeanor. So do you see and feel that difference?
Oh yes. Like internally, I have more confidence now. I don't think I'm as shy anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, like sometimes I do have struggles, but then again, I'm still practicing. I'm still working on it.
Yeah. So one final word that you would say to someone that's on the fence, they're contemplating, what would you say to encourage them?
I was like, go for it and give it a try.
Okay. Well, thank you, Hung. We will be touching base again later on, because I like to come back and to do follow-ups with my clients 6 months, a year, 2 years later. And so you and I will be doing that. But thank you again for taking out the time and being courageous enough to do this little series with me.
No problem. Thanks.